Artists a lot of the times, some like drugs, especially creative people seem to have an affinity to weed because I don't know, it makes them creative for a lot of people. And I have many friends of mine that they smoke weed while we were growing up, and they were very pro weed, and power to them, yeah. But they would always tell me like, man, you're creative, but if you would smoke weed, you would, and I would be like,
Bob Marley fans.
yeah, 1000%, yeah. So
sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
1000%. And then I remember that I was like, yeah, like you do you. If it works for you, I'm amazing. But for me, it's just like, I wouldn't even see the appeal because, in my eyes, just to be honest, people that smoke weed are the worst advertisement for weed because I have friends that, and they're always like that. I'm like, and I like to be hyperactive, yeah? So it would be the other way, but I agree. Like, if people are doing their thing, I think it's very great.
Yeah, you have to feel yourself and hear yourself, and you have to trust I think the body says everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think talking about cannabis, like I approve it only if it's helping in some kind of medical way. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because a lot of issues, have been helped, especially with the cannabis. A lot of people who have these Parkinson's or something like that, these illnesses, then the cannabis is a number one actually medicine that very helps them out.
Okay.
And I believe in cannabis also as a medicine, so that's only my opinion. Like I've been using some CBDs or stuff like that.
Okay.
And it has helped me a lot.
Okay.
Because I had some panic attacks when I was younger, and the CBD actually really, really helped me.
Okay.
So I think also the cannabis can be very helpful for some people, but if it's only just like for feeling like a Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And even him, it makes sense because he's already like, he has money, everything's good in his life, so he can smoke how much he wants, But if you haven't achieved anything and you're still being like, you just want to be high and that's it that you can achieve, I think you have to think if it's good for you actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I agree that people, I'm for medical for sure. I agree that if it helps, then great. And, if you have any type of condition or you're going through something and it helps you, good. But every time that people ask me personally, I don't do any drugs, never did. Don't find them even a little bit amusing. I don't even take ibuprofen if I have a headache. I'm very anti. But not like I'm gonna go out of my way to tell you why are you doing this. It just doesn't work for me. And
also, I think there should be the right time.
Yeah.
When you do stuff.
Okay.
With who.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And why.
Yeah.
If you have these 3 answers to those questions, I think then it's acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I could agree.
And if it's not harming you and your health, then it's acceptable.
Yeah. How would you feel like, this is off topic, but it's just in general food for thought. How about kids, if not a kid, obviously, but somebody who's very young and starting 16, 15, and sometimes they start, let's be honest, younger, like at 13, and they're smoking weed or something like that. How do you feel in those cases?
You have to start with the question, where did you get it?
Yeah, true. Well, there's always a bad influence around the corner,
exactly,
I would say.
Because I think such a youngster couldn't even get this type of stuff.
For sure.
So you have to, know where did you get it and how. But trying out things, it's normal for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has smoked, everybody has, drank alcohol and stuff. So I think it's normal to try out things to make sure that you maybe really don't need to do this.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
Just to understand and make sure that, I've tried it, that's not for me definitely at all.
Yeah. Well, that was my experience with it because I did try it once and I couldn't move for 3 hours. I was like this.
And
I hated it so much. And I came back to all my friends. I was like, okay, I did what you said.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest thing ever. I'm never doing this. No, but you didn't try it right. Stop it. Like, I'm not, like, I hated it for me. But, you know, but I get why they do it. Of
Yeah.
course, every time somebody asks my opinion, give my honest opinion, don't do that thing. Just do you. Figure out. It's tough. If you have a lot of, because I feel a lot of my friends that are very anxious,
Yeah.
they'll deal with it by smoking, and that might be just my outsider's idea. But I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to be anxious and deal with it and struggle. Like, but maybe I'm built different, so that's why I only give advice when they ask me, and then if not, I'm fine whatever they do, and I want people to be happy, and they know better how to be happy. Like, anybody's gonna know better how to be happy, them than myself. I can just only give advice.
But yeah, I'm looking at it like it's not my kind of part to tell somebody to not do it or do it. You have to figure it out on your own. If you try it, you try it. If you don't try it, you don't try it. You just have to make sure that you are not too weak for it.
Okay.
I would say.
So you're telling that I was too weak for it?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
You were stronger than the thing, you know.
Okay.
But if you're weak, I think you really kind of stuck with it.
You get stuck. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, kind of you want it more, or you kind of start thinking that it helps you, or it makes you feel better, or it helps my depression, or what there's a lot of kind of things. If you're not too weak as a person mentally or some kind of type of way, then I think it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Because there is a level of how much you can do some type of things, to not ruin yourself.
For sure.
So I think it goes with everything. You can drink too much, you can eat too much, you can smoke too much, whatever, But if you do it too much, it's going to be bad. For sure. So, yeah, I think if you don't overdo it, then it's fine, I mean. And if you have the right time, as I said before, and you know that you can do that at that moment, why not do it? I think experience things, whatever, like it's your own life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in those ayahuascas and everything, so I think those are very helpful experiences for some people. So I think you shouldn't be very skeptical about those things, because it also works very differently on every person.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for you, it can work for somebody else in this room.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It can help somebody else. Yeah, as we mentioned also, like these medical conditions, yeah.